When we look at sculpture and monuments from ancient Egypt and other cultures, we often see damage, noses destroyed, arms and feet missing. One might assume that the damage is simply the result of time and weather, or perhaps vandals. But curators Stephanie Weisberg and Edward Bleiberg tell us to go beyond those assumptions as they guide us through a Pulitzer Arts Foundation exhibition focused on the iconoclasm of ancient Egypt.
Ancient Egyptians understood images to be hosts of spiritual energies, supernatural forces. So the images could host the soul of a deceased person or a god, and they had the ability, once this spiritual energy inhabited the object, to breathe, see, hear, walk, and enforce actual real changes in the terrestrial realm. This exhibition is titled Striking Power, Iconoclasm in Ancient Egypt, and it brings together 40 statues and reliefs from the Brooklyn Museum collection and one other collection here at the Pulitzer. They're shown together, and this is the first exhibition dedicated to the idea of iconoclasm in ancient Egypt.
Iconoclasm is purposely damaging a work of art. But in ancient Egypt, the iconoclasm deals with disempowering spiritual beings that are believed to inhabit works of art. So the most common question that I'm asked as curator of Egyptian art in Brooklyn is, why are the noses broken? And when I first was asked this question, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. I spent 8 years in graduate school trying to think about what the statues looked like with their noses. I never really thought about why the noses were missing. But because this was such a common question, it seemed to me that it was important to come up with a reasonable answer. And that was really the birth of this exhibition.
Scholars are able to determine the purposeful damage of many objects by looking at patterns that exist across a large number of objects. So there are particular places that are targeted frequently in both three-dimensional and two-dimensional objects, which leads us to believe that the damage is not just a result of accidental damage, but was intentional.
The damage to statues was to disempower the statues, or to even to kill the spirit inside. So the nose was a very important part of this process because the Egyptians believed that the breath of life came through the nose, so removing the nose kills the spiritual being inside. Damage to the feet is also very common because many of the offering rituals require the being inside the statue to step forward as they're making an offering. So by eliminating the feet, it makes it impossible for the statue to perform its original function.
The other body parts like the eyes and the ears, which would have allowed a statue or the spirit within it to listen and to see, as well as parts of the statues and reliefs that demonstrate royal legitimacy, have been removed.
Tomb robbers did damage statues to prevent the tomb owner from taking revenge on them for damaging their tomb. There were purposeful campaigns of forgetting previous monarchs, so their statues would also be damaged. But also the statues that are found in ancient Egyptian polytheistic temples were also the target of early Christians who were trying to eliminate ancient Egyptian polytheism.
It's a really exciting opportunity to explore these ideas, delve into the histories of these works in a way that has not been investigated, and open up historic objects and the ancient past to inquiry that feels very resonant on many levels to the current moment.